Hey folks, welcome to our motorcycle training video. On this video we're going to be taking this bike on the streets and the freeways in first person mode. I'm going to be putting the camera in the visor so you're going to be on the motorcycle with me. We're going to cover shifting, how to shift, braking, and also counter steering. At least those three things, maybe some others. Now for those of you that are new to motorcycle riding, traditionally on these Japanese bikes like this Suzuki SV1000S, the left side is the clutch. You pull the clutch in, and while you're doing that you can shift. Now I made this little drawing for you because it really helped me when I was new. Check this out. When you shift, it's similar to a ladder, like a ladder shifting pattern. Notice on the bottom here we have first gear, neutral, second, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Now, let me show you something. So basically, see how it says first, neutral? Right now it's in neutral. Check it out. That's the neutral light, right? Now, if I were to kick down, which I'm going to show you when I get on the bike in a moment, that's going to go into first gear. If I slightly kick up, it goes to neutral. See the arrows here? So neutral's like in between first and second. So if you kick up all the way to metal, you're in second. You'll feel it on your foot, right? But if you slightly kick up, you won't feel metal and you'll be in second, neutral I should say. And then if you kick all the way up, you'll be in second. Now once you're in second, you put the clutch in, you kick up again, now you're in third, fourth, fifth, sixth. See the arrows, how it works? You're in sixth gear, what do? You put your foot on top of the gear shift lever, pull the clutch lever in, you kick down, fifth, fourth, third, second, first, right? So what we're going to do now, we're going to cover shifting, and then we're going to cover braking, how to brake, and then we're going to get on the freeway. Whew, and it is hot today, it's got to be about 100. Here's braking. Front brake, rear brake. Put your foot here to stop, pull in here on the right to stop there. This is the front brake, this is the rear brake. You got it, guys? All right, so we're gonna get on, and before we get on, I wanna show you something that you should get also. These are great. These are earplugs. You can get these at a hardware store, and they're sponge earplugs. You could also get them at Walmart. And I have these earplugs on. Always wear good ear protection. Take a deep breath. It is hot. So can't wait to start riding so we can get some heat out of this helmet and some cold air into it. You ready? This is going to be fun. I'm going to show you my helmet. I have a mirrored visor to fight the blazing sun. Now what we're going to do, take a quick walk around. We're riding a Suzuki SV1000. We're going to walk around the bike, and then we're going to get on it, and we're going to go through shifting, braking, and also counter steering. We have the zero gravity windscreen, which will help alleviate the wind noise. We have the SV1000S motorcycle, which means it kind of has a couple of fairings on it. We have the very strong magnetic tank bag right here. So I put a lot of my gear in here. Oversized grips. Let's get on. Now we're going to put the camera here. Putting the camera in the visor. Check this out. We're hands-free, guys. This is going to be great. So you're going to be able to see this in first-person mode. Are you ready? Check it out. Make sure it's in there really good. Right here. We're filming with the Kodak V as in Victor 570 camera, ultra wide angle lens, image stabilization. So you'll notice the video is very smooth. You don't get that I want a bar feeling. So here we go. Now, we're in first gear. Remember the gear shift pattern? I kicked all the way down, right? Remember I told you about slightly kicking up? Watch the neutral light go on because I just slightly kicked up, see? Now, I'm braking. Front brake only because we're going kind of slow. We're going to go out on the street. Kick down. Watch the neutral light. We're in first. Slowly release the clutch out while giving it throttle. If you're a new rider. More throttle. Clutch in, kick up. Down below there, I'm now in second. Clutch in, kick up. I'm in third. And we're going to go on the freeway also. We're in third gear. About 50 miles an hour. 49 miles an hour. Okay, we have the green light. Let's see if it stays green for us. Giving it throttle. Let's see if it stays green. All right, we made it. Fourth gear. I'm in fourth, right? A couple more lights here. 5, 6 maybe at the most, and then we'll hit the freeway. So I'm in fifth gear, right? So what you're doing is you're coming up to the light. If it's still kind of red there and you're slowing down, I just downshift to fourth, but I'm not braking yet. Don't even have to brake. See, I'm still in fourth. I'm going around 3,500 RPMs on the tach, so we're okay. Upshift to fifth, right? See, what you want to do is watch these lights. Watch. See, now we go through it. The lights can mess you up when they switch on a dime like that. Get some air in here real quick. Starting to cool down. Okay, so we're in fifth. We're about 4,000 RPMs at fifth. This is a V-twin motor. This motorcycle does not rev high. I like that. It's got a lot of torque. We're in fifth. Look at clutch in, kick down to fourth. See how we're kind of slowing up as we go here? I'm not even braking. Now what I'll do is I'll clutch in, kick down to third. Now I'm down to first, neutral. Went to second, I should say, to neutral. I'm just braking with my right leg there, see? And now we're at a stop. So, precious air. So what, you got the idea, right? Now we're going to talk about stopping. Basically, I'm in neutral. Remember the shift pattern. First is all the way on the bottom. Neutral is a slight kick up, which is I'm at now. Second's up again, and third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So as you kick up, it's sort of like every time you kick up, it's going up a gear, and then you put your foot on top of the lever down here, and you kick down, and it's going down a lever. If you know how to drive a stick shift car, and you know how to ride a bicycle or a automatic transmission scooter, you should be okay. Just kick down the first. We're letting the clutch out. Now let's shift a little bit quicker, okay? Clutch in, kick up second. Clutch in, kick up third. There are some guys that speed shift it. They don't even use the clutch, you know. We'll get into that maybe later. Clutch in, kick up fourth. Freeway's coming up. Give it a little more throttle on fourth gear here. Clutch in, kick up fifth. Hope this light doesn't catch me, but I got a feeling it's going to. Alright, didn't catch us. We're in fifth gear. Bike's running cool now that we got some good air going into it. This is a liquid cooled bike. Also air cooled. Another motorcycle rider over there. Two of them. So we're in fifth gear, just kind of cruising along. We got 6 gears on this bike. We'll move up to 6th gear once we get on the freeway to maximize fuel economy. We're going to move over here. Haven't really done much on braking for you, so hopefully we get to brake. But braking's pretty easy. Just when you're braking, try to keep the bike, well, not try, you must keep the bike straight. Keep the handlebar straight while you're braking. And the way you brake, well, hold on a second. We're going to downshift to fourth. I'm trying to get where I can brake, but I'm getting all the green lights. downshift to third. Let's see. I'm getting all the green lights. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to get on the freeway right here, so let's show you how you brake. I'm downshifting to second. I'm applying the front brake here. You squeeze it kind of like if you were squeezing an orange. You know how you just squeeze an orange like that? I know that's a funny analogy, but it's apropos. I'm in neutral. Kind of hold the bike so it doesn't roll back around a hill. I just hold it right here with the front brake. Both of my feet are on the ground. We're going to let these cars go so I can get some distance. I want to show you something. Clutch in. We're in first, right? We're going to get on now. First gear. Clutch in, second. Now, everyone always asks, when do you shift? Well, let me get the sixth and I'll tell you. Third. You listen. Every bike's different. You listen as it's winding out. Fourth. Now, I want to show you something. I'm already at 5,000 RPMs, right? And my motorcycle here, the motorcycle here, red lines at 11 grand. So, I mean, this thing just keeps pulling. You see, you can just keep clutch in, kick up again. Now we're going to show you counter steering. Clutch in, kick up again. Now, we're definitely in sixth gear, right? So we're maximizing fuel economy. Now check this out, we're in sixth gear, and it's even below 5,000 RPMs. These V-twin motorcycles are epic, especially for highway riding. They don't wind out, you know, you get like a 600 or even I had a 250. They're gonna wind out on the tack more, like over 7 grand, 8 grand. And I had a GSXR 600, and when I would ride it, it'd be like, wah! Like, I mean, it was always like winding out, you know. It just, that's the way it is. Okay, so let's talk to you about counter steering, but first let's talk to you about the shifting. So you got it, guys, on the shifting, how you shift. It's a ladder. Just remember that ladder, first, second, third, fourth. You're going to forget what gear you're in. And there's no indicator on most motorcycles which shows what gear you're in. It doesn't show, on most of them, it won't show first, second, third, fourth. So you got to remember, but a lot of times you can tell. Although sometimes I forget. I'm like, am I in fifth gear or sixth, you know? So you could tell sometimes just by looking at the tack. I could tell I'm in sixth gear because it's only at 4 grand and I'm going 65 miles per hour. Counter steering is where you basically turn the steering wheel, the handlebars, in the opposite way you want to turn. So we're going to have a turn up here going to the left. So I'm going to pull back on the right and push forward on the left, and watch how it leans the bike, see? Pulling back towards me with my right hand here, pulling back towards me, and that leans the bike. Now let's pick up some speed, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull back towards me on the right and push forward on the left. And that leans it, right? That's how it does it. Now we got a left turn here. We're going to turn to the left, so I'm going to pull back again on the right, push a little bit forward on the left. Now watch. Pulling back a little bit here on the right, see? I'm just trying to show you. Now this one I got to keep my head up to show you here, but this is a little, not real sharp, but it's a little sharper one to the right. Now what I'm going to do, pull back on the left, slightly apply pressure forward here on the right, see? And if you just hold the pressure there, it leans the bike into the corner. I know it sounds like it doesn't make sense. It's all physics, trust me. So now we're going to go to the right. You're going to push forward on the right, this way, and you're going to pull backward towards yourself on this handlebar. Watch. Pick up speed so I can show you. Pulling back, pushing forward here, just applying pressure. A little more here, and it leans it. So what you're really doing, it's sort of like, what does it remind me of? You've been jet skiing, if you're a skateboard you've ever ridden on a skateboard, you know how to skateboard. Sort of like that. So you know why we do these videos for you guys? Because we love you, we care about you, we want you to enjoy your ride. We don't want you to get hurt, we don't want you to get messed up. You're always one breath away from death on a motorcycle. So this is why we do this. So we talked about shifting. You guys know the shift ladder. We talked about braking. You want to keep the bike straight when you're braking. You're going to squeeze the lever here like an orange. Like if you're just squeezing it. You don't just apply the brake real hard. You kind of squeeze it and apply pressure to the brake to come to a stop. Talked about counter steering. If we're going to be going to the left, let's say there was a sharp corner to the left up here, what are we going to do? We're going to pull towards us with the right handlebar and push forward, and that leans the bike. It's kind of what you're doing is you're kind of leaning like this, like surfing or skiing, jet skiing, similar to that. And always remember, if you want to be a truly safe rider, make sure you have on the full armor, if you know what I mean. Ride like the wind, guys. Have a great week. Tuck down, you see. This zero gravity windscreen is epic. The wind just goes like right over me. This is a touring windscreen, which is great for freeway riding. Want to do helmet cam videos yourself, I strongly suggest the Kodak V570 that I'm using. Cheaper than the GoPro, and plus you don't have to put it on the outside of your helmet where it's sticking out, you know, where the rain and the sun's on it. Here it's shielded right here in front of your mouth. I get a lot of comments like, wow, the quality is so good. Why isn't there any wind noise?